One, I'm Alexander Surya Jayanty, born June 5th, 1984. I'm from Houston, Texas. My mom's last name is Teresa Matarana Jayanty. She's not in a crime family, but that's some of the slander I'm a victim of, and some of the crimes I'm a victim of. She's just a Sicilian. And she's from Grahamsville in Brooklyn. Two, my dad is a gastroenterologist. Three, my sister, I have triplet sisters. There's 6 kids, not 5, but that's a part of all this madness in my family. I went to med school. Tomich didn't go to med school. Kurt Papp didn't go to med school. Adam Corona didn't go to med school. Chart Westcott didn't go to med school. Coulter Baker didn't go to med school. Dan Zimmerman didn't go to med school. Felix and Ilya don't have triplet sisters, nor is their parents' last name Matarana. Neither is Diego's. My Apple IDs are Peace, Justice, Unity, and Justice, Peace, Unity. Claudia Kubra didn't go to med school either, nor does she have triplet sisters, nor is her last name Matarana, nor Lauren Zamarilla, nor any of them. None of them invested in Fannie Mae, in Freddie Mac in like 2009. I did. Yeah, go bother me. No, it's private placement. I'm the only one who went to Westside Montessori School, Village School, St. Cecilia, Strake Memorial, St. Edwards, and St. George University. I have a master's in medical science, basic medical science. And I'm the one who graduated summa cum laude, not Corona, Tomich, or any of these kids. Tomich was a music major, not a biology major. And Corona was a biology major, but he didn't go to med school. He went to business school. I'm the one who makes all these ideas, borders, paths, all these science ideas that they even steal before they even complete a research. I made backup gene. I made gene selective targeted controlled activation. I made induction energy. I made signal face multi-factor authentication system with 50 to 60 features. It's not just 4 biometric verification steps. They're full of shit. Outright slander and a lie. So whoever's peddling this slander so they can justify theft, they owe me money too. Amongst all the people claiming I'm psychotic when I'm not, and letting people steal money from me under the impression I'm psychotic. So they owe me shit tons of money too. And they owe me shit tons of money from exploitation as well, as these kids are making money off of my life, as well as crimes I'm a victim of at the same time. What else is important? I lived in Brooklyn, New York at the Brooklyn or 36L, and I lived at the Loft City Center in Houston, 431 West, WEST, not East. So that's another key point. And that's kind of around this time all this crazy shit started, was when I moved into the Lofts, late 2017. That's when I started hearing the voices. Some of the crazy stuff started around April 13th of 2017, pertaining to just being hacked, but no voices, nothing. Voices didn't start till late 2017. At the Loft City Center specifically. And that's when I started thinking it was my neighbors, thinking it was a backwards tap, this frequency interference thing. Not even sure about that. Then microwave auditory effect, and then I eventually figured out it was a fucking neural implant. And then later was theorizing how it got in there, and then I figured out implantation because I theorized some model. Then someone said, "You mean like implantation?" And I was like, and then I was like, I guess. And so then I just started calling it that. I don't even know if it's called that. It could be called that. I mean, people react when I say it, so it probably is called that. But basically, the model I theorized, they were like, "You mean like implantation?" But basically, I theorized the model and theorized whatever I was a victim of. But they called it implantation specifically. The telepathy people, when I was trying to explain to someone what I thought it was. What else is going on? I'm the one who dated Shazia Shah. I dated Ann Summerby. I dated Chelsea and some other girls. Chelsea Ragland and other girls. Those are my ex-girlfriends. When it doesn't even matter. Quit asking me stupid shit. Has no relevance to anything. I'm the one who types the med school notes. I'm the one who made Consumption Persuasion. I made all these rap songs, guitar songs, etc. These kids have been stealing my data for a while and just putting it places when it's not even explored. Like this cognitive behavioral loop thought. It's like a 2-second thought, literally. And they stole it and then just tried to turn it into some goddamn experiment. Are they crazy? And just ran with it. And then started doing it to me and committing crimes on me. I'm also the one who made the foundational reinforcement platform. That wasn't even complete, just some random idea I was working on. And they stole it about ebooks and things of that nature. I made it in New York, and then I typed into my Slack in 2017. I'm also the Hypotheses by Chocolate Stranger. What else did I make? I made Passport. I made the whole corporate custom security. The chip secure program, Trips Link system, custom business Wi-Fi, all sorts of jazz. These are all my ideas, not Corona Westcott. They did not help me make them. No one helped me develop the model. And the thing is, a lot of these things are not even complete. They're stealing the farthest through, work through document and then presenting it to people, whoever these people are, or putting it in some game before it's even complete and exposing them before they're even complete. So that's a key point. Like right when I make it, they're stealing it and exposing it. For instance, my past document, the interface and design portion, I just barely touched the surface, barely even initiated the process, and they're already stealing it and trying to show it to someone, is my theory. So when are these kids going to prison? They're committing IP theft, they're committing IP theft and economic espionage, data theft, and more. What else? I made a lot of different ideas. Yeah, I made the backup gene. Where are my other guys? I made all the alternative energy models and their concepts, and that designs, draw the wires and the spark plugs and all these other components of something in a concept. You're just trying to demonstrate a concept and a behavior of something. You're not trying to draw every little bell and whistle of something. So I don't know what the hell these kids are talking about. There's more slander and bullshit as usual. Yeah, I made the borders. I made the bringing sight to the blind idea. I made venue. I made the mixed reality experience. Mixed VR and reality experience, amongst many other things. Yeah, I made continuous biometric verification, safety net, the whole thing. And it's still not complete. There's still other stuff I'm adding. I made distortion, dummy contact, email, the EMP cage, the financial crime search engine and database, fingerprint, certain things. I don't want to say that. I made footprints, this gateway, lockdown, life recognition system for a certain thing. All sorts of stuff these kids have been stealing. I made the reconnaissance, the synthetic telepathy stingray. I made watchful eye. Yeah, I've got the proof of everything. And the original computer it came from. And the original documents. I made Prometheus. I made the CIA ideas. I made the world without armed conflict. I made the questionnaire to stimulate self-reflection, and this book idea. I made Past, La Social, and the school idea. I made these charge stations. I made this weird survey. I've been making all sorts of stuff, basically. I'm Alex Jayanty's solo Slack and the ideas in the EMR app Slack. And they even erased those to cover up evidence, so that's another key point. I got all sorts of CIA ideas. I made the BCI improvements for these BCIs with Manhattan and other things. I made the CIA confirmatory test. I've got some different ideas to combat implantation and other things. I made play ball, and this was like 2023, so don't fall for bullshit. And I made the site, and that was 2023 as well, so don't fall for bullshit. I made ideas pertaining to how to visualize invisible communications. Have other ideas with stingrays, various ideas. I wrote every DOJ letter, all three. I made the whole methods of analysis by myself, all 3 DOJ letters by myself, just analyzing this data that's been flowing through my brain for 5 years and 5 months. I make all my own material. It's not even material. It's just me talking out loud to myself, fighting with these people, and they're not programming. They're talking shit to me, and then I just start talking shit back to them. Or sometimes I'll be having a conversation with them, and I'll make a joke or something, and then they'll pretend my joke or the way I explained something or captured something was theirs. So that's another hustle they pull. Um, so then they think that's programmed. Now they're having a conversation with me and asking me weird shit, and then I end up making some stupid joke or some nonsense. Yeah, that's not true either. Who cares? Who are these weirdos? Yeah, I'm not an actor. I'm just a human being in my home being held hostage by terrorists and evil fucking doers. Yeah, I wasn't acting, dumbass. Who are these people? What does what does on this high horse mean? What's that mean? And they just say that all the time, even when I'm like sleeping, and get all fucking weird. What do you mean on this high horse? Yeah, I'm not an actor. This guy's fucking crazy. No, I want these kids in prison. Yeah, not on my high horse. What does he mean by that? These high horse fuckers. Yeah, and he's feeling himself mean? What the hell are these idiots talking about? Yeah, what's wrong? And if you're feeling yourself, what is that? What's wrong with that? Are you not supposed to feel yourself? Are you not supposed to like yourself or something? Why would you care? What are you, crazy? Yeah, but basically, and then I have close to 2,500 notes and 59 notes saved on my Mac, and then 5,500 in my iCloud. But I have more than that too, because they've been erasing stuff and tampering with stuff. But regardless of that, these guys have been stealing ideas, data, selling them for Bitcoin, stealing thoughts, selling them for more than one Bitcoin. So these guys need to go to prison. They've stolen trillions of dollars. So much money, it's scary. I mean, they're getting Bitcoins for thoughts, for crying out loud. 7,000, over 7,000 thoughts times one Bitcoin is a shit ton of money. And then they're gambling with this money too, illegally. So when are these people going to prison? And I'm fed up with them committing assaults on me and waking me up. I'm fed up with them beaming their radiation at my head and trying to make me bald, as they put it, and doing whatever the hell else they're doing to me. Yeah, I'm fed up with these terrorists committing crimes and assault and sexual violence on me daily. No one was supposed to bother me again, so why are these people still bother me? They keep saying, never bother me again, specifically, and they keep bothering me. They were never supposed to bother me again in 2019. No one was ever supposed to steal an idea from me or ever bother me again in 2019. And that's what they had said. And they've been bothering me every day since. So what is this nonsense? They'll get caught right now. It's in my mind. Oh, yeah, because there's something about them putting me in some criminal game in 2018 illegally when I wasn't even supposed to be in it. And then I got implanted, et cetera, and wasn't even supposed to be in any criminal game because it was really my life and everyone knew I was never the fraud and never knew. So what the hell's really going on? So that's some more nonsense that's going on. And I never agreed to be any betting mule either. And this Diego kid pulled some switch when I lived in Brooklyn and tried to pretend to be the Illuminati or something, and then tried to make me some betting mule, which is another piece of this. And he was supposed to serve some betting mule purgatory or some bullshit. And that's not part of any game. You're a liar. And another thing was I was supposed to make the rules of some game and agree to some rules of some game. And I never even met anyone about this game. I still haven't seen this fucking game. Never agreed to any rules. Never made any rules. So that's another thing, because there's people who got pissed about me supposedly supposed to get large sums of money. Then they all lied and said I found some game that I never found, and then tried to, quote, keep this thing going, as I overhear them say often, whatever the fuck this thing is, because supposedly a bunch of people got arrested in 2016. And they've been holding me hostage ever since, stealing money and changing the narrative, et cetera, and trying to make people forget the real truth. So that's another piece of this. Yeah. I made the Hypotheses by Chocolate Stranger, the random stuff document. That's mine too, not the Department of Defense kid, whoever the fuck that guy is. Maybe one of Zos's friend's sons. Amongst other things. I made all sorts of stuff. I made the feeding the world ideas, and it has nothing to do with money. It has to do with science. I made the online Harvard-like school that you can get a Harvard-like degree online for a cheap price, etc. I have a whole little model for that. It's not even complete either. That's not the one. It's my greater good folder. So it's my greater good folder too. They're all my folders: the corporate custom security, the real CIA ideas, etc. But regardless of this, I'm getting fed up with these guys' bullshit. And all the rap songs are mine too. Alex Jayanty rap chat. It used to be called Chocolate Stranger. Then I found out these kids were stealing my thing, so I tried to put my name on it. Then I was like, I'm just going to change it back to Chocolate Stranger, and then they blocked me from changing it back, which was weird. Another thing is they also stole my they're also stealing my guitar songs and pretending there's Fruit of the Gods, all these things. So don't fall for bullshit. my weird Natty Ice and Jack Johnson song. I make all the names up. I make all the songs myself. Corbin Cronin does not help me. Nick Thomas does not help me. They're all full of shit. And no one programs me to do shit either. Whoever's claiming that is a fucking liar. Bet my life on it. It's fucking annoying now. These kids, I mean, for instance, here's the extent of the stuff. When I used to work out, I've been working out since I was a little boy. When I was working out in New York, they'd see me working out all the time. Suppose when I find out. Some kids actually lied to some moron and claimed they programmed me to work out when I just had been working out my whole life. I've been making ideas since 2009, ever since I started studying for the MCAT. And now they make up some story. They program me to make ideas. I bet the next thing I start doing, like if I play basketball, I've played basketball my whole life as well. If I start playing basketball, they'll tell people we programmed them to shoot threes. We programmed them to play basketball. If I develop something positive in my life or just start doing something, they'll just claim we programmed them to do it. They're so full of shit. It's ridiculous and it's scary. If I make some stupid joke or some stupid comment, they claim they program me to make material. They're fucking delusional. They're just talking to me via telepathy, and I just start saying stuff. They didn't program anything. And their technology, and here's another thing. A lot of the times they'll use tech on me and just lock my brain up and lock me in fucking just space by manipulating my nervous system and blocking conduction amongst other things. And then they'll sometimes just turn off the technology, and then I'll just be myself again. They'll pretend they program me to do X, Y, and Z when I'm really just myself again. So don't fall for bullshit. These people are so fucking delusional. It's scary. Bet my life on it. Turn off all the tech and watch me just live, and then we'll see if they programmed anything. But they have held me hostage for 5 years and 5 months interacting with my nervous system and brain. So I'm kind of getting fed up with this nonsense. And they never had informed consent. Never had the right to put any device in my brain, etc. These people owe me trillions in crimes, trillions in slander, trillions in IP theft. But definitely crimes and slander. And no telling how much money they owe me in data theft, IP theft, etc., etc. But they've been peddling slander with malice. They've supposedly peddled so much manufactured slander. It's scary. I hear some of these accusations these people bring, and I tell them to record their face in the audiences they slander me to and send me their manufactured evidence to my computer. They never have done it. They even make fake videos of doing such, and make fake videos of me seeing it and crying or something is what I'm told. And they, according to telepathy people, and they even manufacture fake videos of me seeing stuff I never see and then pretending like I'm reacting when I never do. These people are fucking crazy. They have this obsession with trying to look hard and make it look like they affect people. They affect people by making you angry because they're slowly murdering you or fucking assaulting you. That's about it. But they need to quit annoying me and saying fucked up shit to me. And they'll even say stuff to you and then use neuromodulation and neurosynthesis and devices on you to make it look like it affected you. Bet my life on it. It's a fudge shop. Quit trusting these people. They need to go to prison. I'm getting fed up with their nonsense. Oh. But yeah, they're killing my nervous system, and I never agreed to this, and I never did anything, and I'd never seen the game, never played the game. I wasn't even supposed to be implanted. I wasn't even supposed to be bothered. And the real truth is I was supposed to have access to some idea ring and was supposed to be able to sell my ideas to people for money and sell my data. And these kids are still bothering me. So I'm getting kind of fed up with this nonsense. And I'm getting fed up with these kids peddling their slander. I never agreed to be slandered either, or for anyone to do anything. And I'm fed up with their illegal interrogations and investigations without a warrant, and their repeated threats of misrepresentation and threats of manufacturing evidence if I don't comply with their demands, which is repeated witness tampering. And I'm fed up with people not arresting these terrorists who are becoming culpable or accomplices or accessories, because this is starting to piss me off. And always remember, do not become a terrorist. Do not lie for these people, because if you become an accessory or an accomplice, your punishment is to the same extent as the principal. Key point. You should read about that. So meaning if you're lying for a terrorist or an accessory or an accomplice to terrorism, you're punished the same as a terrorist. I'd look into that. So you're just as criminally liable as the terrorist. So don't become an accessory, don't become an accomplice. Key point. But yeah, these guys need to go to prison. And I'm getting fed up with it. And these guys are full of shit. They're my ideas. They're my raps. They're my guitar songs. They're my letters to law enforcement. They're my analysis. They're my questionnaire about people claiming to know how to implant people who don't. So how you can spot these kids peddling manufactured telepathy outputs, trying to frame, murder, harm people, slander people covertly. It's my whole 1,400-page methods of analysis document. I'm kind of fed up with this game of bullshit. It's my paths design and interface document. It's my monetization of paths. And the first monetization of paths is in the original paths document. I just copied it from the original, put it in the second document to make it more clean. So don't fall for bullshit. All the different little paths in my paths document are mine, my battery system, everything. So don't fall for bullshit, and I haven't forgot that either. And no one tells me the worth of my ideas. I even explain the worth of some of my ideas in them. So these guys are fucking delusional. And I'm not, and they always say he doesn't know his own worth. I'm like, no, I even explain the worth of these ideas and the worth of certain things. So these kids are full of shit, just making up lies to idiots and letting them steal from me. It's fucking creepy. So these guys need to go to prison. I'm fed up with it. They've stolen trillions of dollars and they keep lying to people. And they've committed trillions of crimes and even stole compensation for crimes committed on me. Supposedly, a lot of these people have been running around pretending to be implanted and pretending to be the victim of what I'm a victim of so they can steal money. So that's another key piece of this. And people are actually giving them money that's mine for crimes I'm a victim of. So these guys need to go to prison. I'm fed up with this nonsense.